Hello and welcome back to Miss Craft Slots Lair. I am Barbie and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am going to show you how to make this super cute card. This is actually inspired by my daughter, who came up with this wonderful idea, and I just love it. Now real fast here, this is using the Fortunate to Know You stamp set. And this is currently in the Occasions catalog for 2018. And today we're going to be using the takeout container, the chopsticks, and the Fortunate to Know You sentiment, as well as using the hearts from the Sharing Sweet Thoughts Ronald McDonald set. I just love this set. I think it is just adorable. My daughter really fell in love with this Fortunate to Know You set, just saying. This is Crumb Cake. I'm using this as a card base today. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored and folded at 4 1/4. I am also using Basic Black as the first layer. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. The next step down is the Cherry Cobbler, and this is 3 7/8 inches by 5 inches. And then all of our stamping is going to be done today on Whisper White. This is the top layer. The top layer is 3 1/2 inches by, oh dear, by 4 3/4 inches. I think I would have known that right off the bat, right? So that's the top layer, and then to stamp the sentiment and the chopsticks, we are going to be using a scrap piece of Whisper White, and those are going to be fussy cut out. So real fast, I will get to stamping those. And we're going to start off with Basic Black ink and the chopsticks. This is a fun set. And my daughter spewed off some sort of term, and I can't tell you what it was now, but I guess it means if you are into, or if you are fascinated or like the Japanese culture. I'm going to ink up the Chinese takeout here, and I want it kind of sort of centered, but not quite. And you're wanting to go and watch this edge, line it up to this edge and not the handle part, because then it'll get you kind of messed up. So that's it with the Basic Black ink. I'm going to go ahead and take out the Cherry Cobbler ink now, because what I am going to do is use my blender pen to color in the heart. And most of you know, but I am just going to say this real fast for the newbies. Blender pens stain. Does not necessarily mean that they're bad, as long as they're wiping off clear. And if you want this cutesy little pool of ink to draw from, what you're going to do is pop open your stamp, give it a bit of a hug, stamp pad, give it a bit of a hug, and there you go. Anywho, that being said, not quite done with the Cherry Cobbler ink yet, but we'll close it up for now so I don't stamp on my fingers. Now to color in the chopsticks here, let me grab another black. I'm using Early Espresso, and this is of course from my Paper Pumpkins. Whereas you would squeeze this in order to get the ink spot, the ink pool. This I just open up and tap on the clear block a couple of times, and it'll do the same deal. I have this awesome little place where I can pull from to color in the chopsticks. Alright, and that's all colored in. Nice and neat. Put my blender pen away. And then I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these out, and I will be right back. Alright, and those are all nice and fussy cut. And I'm going to go ahead and real fast and show you what I do with the excess ink on there. Just wipe it right off with a baby wipe, and it comes nice and clean and ready to stamp another day. Anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and place these, the chopsticks anyway. Go ahead and, I'm going to use snail on the back of these today. Just for the fact it's doing pretty good for me at tearing off when I'm do these little things. So let's see if it stays behaving for me. If not, I can just wipe it off. And so I want those to be placed like that. Wipe off whatever little bit of glue might have, or snail is still there. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer this up fast. So, basic black. Center it on the crumb cake. That all down nice. Cherry cobblers next. Center that on the basic black. Well, you can center to the crumb cake too, I suppose. It's easier for me to go with basic black. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I'm going to tempt fate here. Let's see if I can do the stamping of the hearts. So there's that. Dimensionals for the back of the sentiment. I want to make sure all this stuff is on here good, so that way I can arrange the hearts. And they're just a little bit bigger than the sentiment. That's okay, because you can trim them down if you want. The sentiment, or the dimensionals, of course. There we go. Satisfied with that. Go ahead and put this down there. Bring back out the cherry cobbler, and I'm going to stamp the set of three hearts. I'm going to stamp I want to make sure I'm not making a mess. A lot of my stamp sets are pretty juicy, so I'm trying to be careful here, not make too much of a mess. And then I'm going to go ahead and just stamp these around just a little bit. And there we go. A finished card. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. All of the dimensions and where to order these stamp sets are in the descriptions below. And until next time.